Hey, welcome back, Scorpio. I do apologize about the technical difficulty I had here. Um, I'm gonna move forward with part two here and pick off where I left off here because there's a lot to go on and I really haven't been able to get to your advice yet or anything like that. So please check out part one first and then come back to part two here. I left off with the three of Pentacles here. And I do apologize about the end of the first video there where it was kind of hard to hear. I was talking about with the Three of Pentacles here. Are you really embracing in your home life, in your not home life, in your business life? Are you really embracing your resources? Are you putting your resources in use? Are you really understanding where you want things to go? Because you don't feel like you're seeing a lot of things balanced within your resources here. You're putting a lot of effort in, but you don't feel like you're getting that. You're getting a lot of the resources, and you're not really moving forward here with the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. You're not really moving forward that well to really embrace your where you want to live comfortably. You got one foot in, you got one foot out. You're like, hell, if I got to do this, I got to do this. Like you're starting to see that. You're starting to see the bigger picture here, and it's like, if I got to do this, I got to do this. You know, if you gotta, like I said, if you got to go through this, you got to go through this. It is what it is. You know. So let's see if we can get some cards here and tie this up. What are some final cards here with this? What's another card here with this? Okay. I'm going to leave these cards to the side here real quick. I'm going to leave these two cards over here for a minute. I'm going to see if I can get another card here. Spirit, can we get another card? Can we get another card on this? Spirit, can we get another card? Spirit. Okay. Okay, Spirit. Okay, Spirit. I'm just going to play it all. We'll play it all, Spirit. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is get some advice, and then I'll go back to these cards here in a moment to tie it all up. So let's get some advice here. Let's get some advice. Yeah, balance again. This is balance, and this is what all three. Now it's looking like all three of you, with Scorpio here with you guys, ladies and gals, Cancer and Pisces is balance, balancing yourself. Choices, your decisions. Are you making the right choices, right decisions here? Is this really where you want to be? Is this what you really want to do? How can you manifest your decisions for the best of your highest good here? How can you manifest your resources into the best opportunities you need? Are you doing the things you want to do that you love? And are you really putting yourself out to the places you really want to be? Because it feels like you want to be in this, but you don't at the same time. You're just doing this because you have to at the moment. And Spirit's telling you, keep doing it. Because it's going to help your future self out really big time, is what I'm getting. You're going to thank yourself. Balance your work. Balance it. With the Two of Clubs here, which is sideways. We got the Nine of Hearts here, which is forward. This is stating that there's emotional completion. You're going to have some self-satisfaction here. Power and love. There's spiritual growth here. So you are going to see some growth in your spiritual self. You're going to see some emotional completion here. You're going to see some satisfaction here with yourself, knowing that you can overcome this, that you had to do this obstacle. Your future self is going to thank you when you actually have the money that you need. You're going to actually have the resources that you need by staying at this. Whatever you got going. You got this feminine energy, which is this Queen of Spades here. And this is feminine energy. This is talking about wise, independent person. Wise, independent woman. Trust, clarity, truth. Figure a transformation. So you're in a transformation stage here. Maybe you're transferring to certain jobs, situations. You're trying to you're transferring money around. Maybe it is the holidays. Maybe you're transferring some money out of your savings into your checking to cover some things. Maybe you're transferring into certain areas of your life. You're maybe trying to transfer into a new job role or new part of your life. Maybe you're transitioning into, maybe you're having a kid and you're transitioning into parenthood. different things like that. Transitioning. This could be that you're transitioning from one relationship to the next. Maybe it's time to heal. It's time for you to step back and heal yourself and, worry about yourself at this time. Because you got the 9 of clubs here, and that's telling you, which is reversed, by the way. No, forward, by the way. Sorry, that's card's forward. Forward. This card here is saying that there is spiritual growth. There is a transition. So, like I said, there is a transition here that you're transitioning from. There's reflection. Letting go of old ideas. Yeah, letting go of old ideas. Letting go of the old so you can step into the new. Trying to balance yourself, figure out what's working and what's not working. What can you do within your time that you're allowed in? What can you do to move forward here in your time that you're allowed in? If you only have a certain amount of days that you can do things, how can you utilize all your resources within those days that you have within your job? Like, for example, if you go on YouTube and you do YouTube for whatever you do. Like for me, for example, I just started a new job. So I need to balance myself and really understand, how can I do my tarot, my guitar, my tarot? How can I do everything and get videos out for you, ladies and gals here and gentlemen, while I'm working, while I'm doing this job? How can I get things out? Is there certain days I can do this when I'm off? Is there certain days I can do this at nighttime when the family's sleeping? How can I do this without waking the family or having everything go having it flip-flop and not work out? How can I make this work for my future self? Remember, we're always trying to build for our future self. So, the cards I have here, and Spirit is telling me to focus on this card here real quick. Focus on this card right here. This four of wands here. And this card came out also for, I think it was, don't quote me, I think it was Pisces or Cancer, one of those two. It came out this way, forward. So, you want the celebration, but are you really fighting to get there? Are you really trying to get there? Because you're in between, going back and forth here. You're like, I see my ships, but I don't see my ships. Are they there? Are they not? Like for example, what do you call it? An illusion. I think it's not the word I'm looking for, but it's like on a hot day when you look down the road and you see the water, but it's not really there, like an illusion. That's what I'm saying. You think you see a ship coming in, but it's not your ship. Like, you see ships, but they're not yours. You're like, I see it, but I don't see it. I do, but I don't. Like, and it's saying, you need to get out of this. You're getting out of this full mentality. You're changing your thinking up. You gotta look at your foundation, and your foundation where you want it to be. The foundation. Is the foundation where you want this to be with what you're doing? Because you still feel a little anguish, you still feel a little doubt, you still feel that your foundation is a little shaky here. You want to go collect your crops. And this card came out twice for Cancer and Pisces. So you really want to collect your crop. And this came out also, another card. You really want to collect your crop. You really want to move forward on that choice. You really want to embrace it. And you really want answers in your money. You want answers in your money for your job decision. Your job decision, your home life, your job decision, your business. Because you want to see the Ten of Pentacles. You want to see the Ten of Pentacles. But until you can see the Ten of Pentacles, you got to embrace this. The Nine of Pentacles, to live comfortably. Are you living comfortably? Are you doing the things that are going to set your future self up for living that life comfortably? Are you setting yourself up? If you're a YouTuber, are you going on at the right times? Are you utilizing other people's platforms? Are you utilizing all the platforms you can? Are you putting yourself out there on all the platforms you need? Are you making yourself known? That's what I'm saying. I'm going to put it this way. Are you doing things? You're looking for answers, and the universe is telling you have all the answers you need right in front of you. Are you, just like, for example, you own a business, a food business, for example. Okay? And I said this before. If you own a food business, and I have background in food business because I currently work as a cook right now. That's the job I'm in. And I've done it many years. and I have a food business, a home food business with the cottage food law. I had to put it on hold because of cooking space, which is seasonal. But with your brand, are you making sure your brand is different from everyone else's? Like, for example, you go to the store and you're looking for energy drink. You go from Monster